Hey YouTube, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to the Slice of Knife. My name is Alex, and today we are going to take a look at a brand we haven't seen on this channel before, QSP. This is specifically the QSP Vault. So, come with stickers and QSP thing. I like that sticker. That's nice. And then we got your nicely packaged vault. What I can tell you right off the rip. Here, let's get all this stuff out of here first. Actually, whoa. Close that up, that over there. All right, so what I can tell you about this knife to begin with is it has sort of a classic look to me. Kind of reminds me a little bit of again of a buck knife. Sort of reminds me a little bit of the Kaiser Mini Mystic. Looks a little like that. I mean, definitely looks different than the Mini Mystic, but it has that. It has a bolster up at the top, so very nice. It's a little weighty. I can tell you that right off the start. It's weighty. Um, QSP, I haven't handled any QSPs before, so new for me, but we're going to see how this one goes. Let's take a look at it on the outside first. So you have your micarta scales with the anodized aluminum bolster. Very nice, super good finish, very smooth, no rough edges, like feels good. Um, let's see, it's a 14C28N blade. Let's see, tan micarta scales. Closed length 4.25 inches, so this is 4.25 inches. Let's see, the blade is 3.25 inches. Let's see, it's a drop point style blade. Well, you know what? Since we're talking about that blade so much, why don't we get a look at it? And boom. That's a nice looking blade, if I do say so myself. And I am myself, so I do say that. So, uh, nice looking drop point blade. Standard, but just like very utilitarian in the way that it is. Just a good solid looking blade. Feels good in the hand. I mean, although this thing's heavy, the nice thing about it is, I mean, they call it the Vault. It's almost like I know why they call it the Vault because it's got that heft to it. It just really seems to feel. It's like you're unlocking a vault. It says the glide, so it's a crossbar like this. The glide lock. Let's take a look at that. It has very smooth action. I mean, well-made knife for sure. A little heavy, but well-made. So let's take a look at this side. So you have your nice milled, I'm assuming a steel pocket clip, stainless steel pocket clip, um, which is very nice. Yeah, this thing is heavy, 4.34 ounces. So that's extremely heavy for a blade. That's what do we got? A three and a quarter inch blade. I mean, 7.5 inch knife. It's definitely not small. I mean, 7.5 inches is a good size. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely not small. I'm going to adjust the camera up just a little bit. I feel like it's a little too close. Oh, that's nice. Okay, there we go. I feel like I was getting out of it. But the action is buttery smooth. I will say that. You can flick it. You can thumb stud open it. Or, I'm sorry, you can glide lock. You can crossbar lock open it. Or thumb stud works well. Let's see if we can reverse flick it on that thumb. I am not good at reverse flick. Ooh, got it. It really does glide up very nice. So that's very nice about the knife. Now, let's. Here's what I don't like about it. I don't like how heavy it is. I think it feels solid in the hand. I guess if you're used to and like a beefier knife, then this is good. I mean, if you look at it in my hand, it's a good grip, good size. And I mean, I have a smaller hand, small to medium. So I think if you're in there, you could, if you have larger hands, I still think you could get a full grip on it. I like the jimping. The jimping is nice. It's good enough. Not super aggressive, but it's definitely enough. And then let's see here. Yeah, it's a little heavy. I mean, I will say this. So this is might be the nicest thing about this knife. I shouldn't say that. I act like it's bad. You got your steel back spacer. I forgot to point that out. I really went out of whack in this review. Like I didn't start from the beginning and just go through. But what I do like is look at the way they did this pocket clip. That is super cool. So they did it into the top. Gives you a lot of room right here. It's very smooth. And because of that, it's reversible and it's going to be as deep carry as you can get. I mean, this thing's going to go full conceal. I almost wish I might do that. I might start doing that. I know I've seen it before. Take a little like pocket, a little pair of pants like a pocket, and just tuck it in there so you can see how it looks in the pocket. But I mean, it's going to sit in the pocket. It's going to be completely gone. I mean, this thing is, that's deep conceal. That's a deep carry, deep conceal pocket clip. So be aware. That thing is going to be in there. It's going to be deep. Now, it's a larger piece, so I mean, this thing's going to fill your pocket, and you're going to know it's there because it really is pretty weighty. That's the only thing I don't love about it. I think its action is nice. Blade is, ooh, that blade is very sharp. Don't have a little scrap piece of paper. Hold on a second. Where's that paper? I know I have some around here somewhere. Oh, yeah. There we go. Let's just see. Oh, that was a bad cut. Yep. We could, oh, ripping it a little bit. But I think that's user error more than the actual blade itself. Very nice. So cuts pretty well. I mean, razor sharp out of the box. I mean, it could definitely take some hair down. I can tell you that much. So you got a heavy blade or a heavy drop point blade that I do like it. Now let's do a little bit of size comparison actually. So let's take a look here. Let's flip this baby open. Get this giant yellow piece of paper off the thing, and let's grab a Kershaw Iridium. So next to an Iridium is going to be just a touch longer, It's not even a quarter of an inch. And then let's go with the one that I kind of compare it to, although it's much lighter, the Kaiser Mini Mystic. I only compare it to it really because of the bolster. I mean, obviously it's a different blade, although I guess they're both drop points. This one's, the Kaiser Mini Mystic's a little bit more of a harpoon. It's a little thinner. It's definitely lighter. The Kaiser, I definitely like the Kaiser better. So if I had to choose between these two, I like the Kaiser, but I also like a lighter, smaller knife. They're about, the Kaiser, what's funny thing is the Kaiser is actually probably they're almost exact. The Kaiser could be a touch longer. Like, I mean, I'm talking 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch. But, as everybody knows on this channel, my preferred carry size is really the Civivi Yonder. I'm a big fan of the Yonder size. I just like that under 7-inch total form factor is just very nice for me. It just fits in the pocket. It's light enough, but strong enough and big enough to do the work that you need to do. But that being said, let's close this up. Let's take a look at them closed so you can see kind of that pocket, how it fills your pocket. All right, close these up. So when you compare these all closed, clearly, it almost actually goes almost in size order, although actually the Mini Mystic, again, slightly larger in your pocket, and then the Iridium is just about dead even. So if you're used to carrying an Iridium, you're probably going to be used to carrying this. And even the weight, I don't have the weight of the Iridium. It's definitely heavier. This is definitely heavier than the Iridium, but the Iridium is definitely not small and light in weight. Let's get this out of here. So the QSP Vault for that 14C28N, that's really a good solid steel. It's kind of like the new standard for budget steel that's still very strong, corrosion resistant, tough, can hold an edge, and sharp, but sharpens up real nice. So it's sort of the standard, and I think they did a great job with it here. Again, and there's a few different variants of it. The thing goes for about, I want to say about $85 on their site. I mean, again, I do, what I do like about it a lot? I do like the tension that they have in that glide lock, that crossbar lock that they use. It's very nice. It's a real good tension. It really, I mean, it feels like it locks like a Vault. It's definitely a very strong, I'm trying to see if we could see in here, see if we can get a little look at it. Oh yeah, I mean, that comes up very nice. No, by the way, as I said, it locks up. There is 0 blade play whatsoever, so you don't have to worry about that. I would recommend this knife. I'd recommend this knife. You like a bigger, beefier knife that fits in the hand well. It's still not giant. It's not one of those 4-inch blades or near 4-inch blades. Now, there's a ton of those. It's big. It's on the bigger side for me. A lot of people would probably call this a medium to large. I'd call it I'd call it a medium-sized knife, medium to large for me as well, I suppose. But again, my scale is like, I love blades that are 2.8 inches right in there. That's just me. This blade is a little large. The knife's a little heavy. If that it has good balance. Oh, I should also, it also has a good, it does have a good, so with that jimping, they do have a nice choke point on there, so you can really get in there for precision cuts. I think that's good. I like that a lot. Um, that sharpening, it's really more of a sharpening choil, but you could certainly choke up in there and get some good, if you really got to get some good control, I think it would work very well. Nice knife. Excuse me. Nice knife. You I would recommend it. A little overpriced if you're getting it at sticker. If you can get it, less. Let's make sure that sticker was right. What did I say? 85, $86 on the QSP site. So $86 seems a little high. I don't know that I'm a big fan of that. Here's a look at it on the pocket clip side up. I do like this pocket clip. I just like the smooth nature of it. There's just enough lift on that pocket clip. So they really, the pocket clip is what they nailed the best on this. It might be my favorite pocket clip of any of the knives I've seen recently. The way they do it over the top, that's just such a good idea and such a good way to do it. And then they just nailed it with it smooth. I mean, it's got enough to catch your pants, but it's going to fit in there. It's not going to, it doesn't seem like it's going to put a lot of wear. I will say this, it's pretty darn stiff. Wow, that's a stiff pocket clip, so it might need a little work in or a little bend out. Honestly, I think I'd have some trouble putting it on some pants, but um, it's kind of like everything about this thing is heavy. It's called the Vault. It's a big knife, big blade, got a strong, stiff pocket clip, got strong, stiff detent and spring on that Omega spring in this thing. So like it really lives up to its name as the Vault. I like it. I think it's definitely a solid knife. Not for me to carry on an everyday basis, but it does look nice. So there'd be some times for it. It could find its way into my pocket every so often. Um, Anyways, I'd love to know if any of you have the QSP Vault, what you think of it down below in the comments. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We're really trying to grow the channel. We are, I don't know, probably 3 months in, and we're at like 23, 24, 25 subscribers, which is kind of hilarious to hear anybody talk about that because it's such a small amount. But I engage in the comments, so please leave a comment below what you think about this knife or any of the knives I showed on here. Um, the Vault is a good solid knife and a good solid add to the QSP line. I definitely don't have any problems with it. A little heavy for me, but build, quality, all that kind of stuff. If you like a bigger knife, I don't think you're going to be disappointed with this. Good solid quality, 14C28N blade. I mean, I think it's a winner. So, great job QSP, and we'll keep them coming. So thanks for joining me. I hope everybody has a great, blessed day, and we'll see you next time on The Slice of Knife.